Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
We saw seasonal temperatures for our Monday, but a few showers and thunderstorms definitely popped up. You're looking at time-lapse video from Cache Valley. Watch the corner of your screen because you're going to see some of those thunderstorms rolling right off the mountains and tracking towards Logan. We saw that not just up in northern Utah. Ooh, look at that towering cumulus. That was a good one. Satellite radar shows active conditions over the last several hours, really peaking in the afternoon and evening. And we knew that we would see lightning, which developed just before the 6 o'clock hour and kind of pushed over into Cache Valley with more widespread activity along the Wasatch Front. Also saw plenty of storm activity for the Wasatch back over towards Evanston and Castle Country. This is what it looked like this evening from the ABC4 studios. A picture is worth 1,000 words, and that tells the story. It was not that sunny evening that we anticipate. No, we definitely knew a cold front would be moving through, and it kept things active. 68 for that high in Salt Lake. 66 is the average high, so we were above that today. Mid-60s in Logan, 60s and 70s on the eastern side of the state, as well as along the I-15 corridor. It topped out at 81 in St. George. 80 is average for this time of year, so we were slightly above there, too. Clearer conditions in the southern half of the state with lots of sunshine. Highest wind speeds gusty near Logan and Wendover. A lot of those thunderstorms putting down some gusty winds, which is why you see higher numbers in certain spots. It was also breezy down in southern Utah, Cedar City, and St. George. As we look at our pollen forecast, it shows high pollen holding on, and you know the wind can easily spread that pollen. High pollen for your Tuesday, about medium high for your Wednesday, and heading into Thursday, we actually get a tiny bit of a break. It's tree pollen right now, maple, ash, and birch trees, but we're starting to mix in a little bit of grass pollen. Here's a look at the allergy map, which shows the areas like Box Elder County that will see the highest amount of pollen throughout the rest of the state, medium high, and we know the winds can make that even worse. We need some wet weather to kind of hamper the allergens, and we had it over the weekend and we'll have it again. That cold front stalling for a portion of the state down into south central Utah, and you see 8 p.m. Castle Country, Duchesne, Ephraim into Nephi. We do have those storms, places like Juab and Millard counties. We watch that clears to the east. Tuesday brings cloud cover because we get the chance of some wet weather after midnight. We go isolated into our Tuesday. Here we are by Wednesday, and the model starts to pick up on a little bit of popcorn. We have a slight chance here on Wednesday as a system brushes us to the north that could bring in some wet weather potential. Looks like the best chances for the basin by the afternoon hours. We'll see kind of how that goes. We do get a secondary cold front Tuesday night into Wednesday, and that's going to knock down our temperatures. Here's today's front. Here's that system that grazes us midweek that will bring cooler air throughout northern Utah, drop our temperatures below average. We also know high pressure is going to take over and help rebound those numbers as we get through the end of the work week and into the weekend. High temperature trend shows that for the Wasatch Front. A little bit of a roller coaster. You know, we'd go down the slope and then climb back up at Friday into Saturday. So the spring warmth is not far off. We just stay unsettled tonight. 30s and 40s for those overnight lows, 50s in St. George, 50s and 60s. So about 5 degrees cooler than where we were today for our Tuesday. There's that cold front in action, bringing in cooler air, 60s and 70s on the eastern side of the state. We still warm in St. George. And I go 85. Breezy conditions hold steady with the winds really picking up in Washington County by the weekend. Thursday, only the upper 70s. That'll be a pretty day in St. George. Wasatch Front showing that slight chance Wednesday. Isolated showers really into the morning hours for tomorrow. We run below average with 50s on Wednesday. We warm back up towards the close of the work week. But then as we head into early next week, the chance of some moisture returns with windy conditions and some wet weather on deck. We'll keep you posted as those storms evolve. For now, over to the desk.